Welcome back to Sow and Roam. It's been a busy few weeks in the garden. We've been taking advantage of every dry day that we can. We've celebrated spring equinox, sourced 4 new fruit trees. We've revamped 2 of the walled beds that we left to go wild last year, and we've sown many seeds. In today's video, we look to transform the fruit garden and ask for your advice too. Plus, remember the old shabby workshop with the sunken floor? Well, that's now long gone and we have a lot of work to do to clear and sort the space. In previous years, this space next to the greenhouse has been a fruit growing area with 3 raised beds. It already has 2 rhubarbs and 2 of the beds are full of raspberries. However, the raspberries have now taken over and they spill into paths, and last year's crop wasn't that great, so I'm presuming they're quite old. So it's time for an overhaul. We still want to grow fruit. The rhubarbs are staying and we'd like to grow red currants and black currants, and we will be potting up some of the raspberries and keeping those in pots for now. We just want the beds to be accessible and not swamp the greenhouse so much. We're going to replace these 2 beds with new wood, and this bed is going to go completely as there is simply too many weeds, including moss, which suggests the drainage isn't good here. So we'll be keeping this open and have paths that look something like this, using stones that complement the red brick wall and reusing some of these slabs as a walkway to prevent stones going everywhere. We'd like to have more pollinator friendly flowers in this area. We'll have those in containers just as we're learning more about the space. So as you can see, the current state, we have a mix of stones, gravel and weed membrane.
No, Maggie.
We need to remove the rotten wood and we've begun chopping back and digging up canes, but this is a big job and we need some help as well. What do you recommend to help stop weeds coming back and prepare the space ready for the new gravel? So we have a sneaky feeling this is going to be a bit of a big job, because I think in order for this to sort of work going forward and we don't have to keep on coming back and weeding all the time, I think we need to go back to bare soil before we cover it with anything, whatever that is, weed membrane or whatever. Am I right? Do we have to completely clear this space first? You could let us know in the comments. Yeah, not looking forward to that, but needs must. So as soon as the workshop went, we immediately preferred having an open space back here and love seeing the wall from the house. So a new workshop will be going elsewhere, not sure where yet. And this space will become what I'm calling a working patio. The idea is having a functional working space next to the greenhouse that gets some shade too at the back. It will be useful to stage our water butts, add cold frames and a large potting bench stroke project bench for when it's too hot in the greenhouse. Once again, we need to clear the space. We also need to sort out the side of the greenhouse, which we presume this is some kind of greenhouse shading paint. So yeah, any tips on how we remove this are most welcome. So I think we need to try and do that. And then we do also need to give the greenhouse a good clean as well. Next time on Sow and Roam, we share our newly planted fruit trees, prepare the no-dig beds ready for potato planting, and discover some treasure.